Hey Capricorn, how are you guys doing today? My name is Amy. This is Feather Shell Tarot. Thank you for joining me. I just wanted to say to a very, very good friend, like my brother, Lalo, I know you want me to sing that song, but sweetheart, I've been so busy, I haven't had time to practice it. But I love you. I will work on it, and next time I promise I will have something for you, okay? So, anyway, this is going to be from, let's see, what's the date today? Today is the 31st, so it's going to be from the 31st to the 10th of May, all right? So, let's go ahead and get on it. I did a pre-shuffle for you guys. You're trying to manifest right now. Excuse my Mr. Owl over here. I have to scoot him over. Scoot myself over too. Okay. So Mr. Owl is going to join us. But anyhow, you guys are manifesting right now. And even if you are in a relationship, a big part of you kind of wants to manifest by yourself. You're kind of in a, even if you're not single, you're kind of in a worrying about what you want for yourself kind of energy. Creating what you think is good for the fruits of your labor. You're even willing to go as far as kind of, being nice when you communicate to people, because you got the Five of Swords. And a lot of the times the Five of Swords can be an energy of fighting at all costs. It can be confrontation. It can be, I definitely have done like readings for myself and been like, no. And then sure enough, this card comes up and a few days later, I end up having an argument with somebody. Not fun. And you're kind of like, in a way, you're disregarding whoever, if you're with somebody, their feelings. Either way, you're going through a transition. You're in the butterfly phase. You're about to resurrect here, okay? Because you have the Death card. So, and then you guys got time out. You are feeling a little bit at a crossroads with that. Maybe I think somebody might feel left out. Your card came out, the Devil. That represents Capricorn. But you were trying to get to sunnier days. So you might need to take a time out and get out in the sun. And that's hard to see, but isn't this card so beautiful? I love this card. So you do feel at a crossroads because, although you want to be considerate of other people's feelings, you also are feeling like, okay, I need time out. And this doesn't necessarily have to be in a relationship. I know Capricorns that are in relationships, and I know Capricorns that are very single and they're happy being single. They could be living in a situation where they kind of don't want to worry about their household. Maybe you don't want to worry about your friends, because on the other hand, I have that, the Devil can also mean codependent people. And you might be trying to take a step back from codependent people. And it kind of looks like you're kind of also trying to find a way to find, you're completing a cycle, and it's kind of unsure, there's uncertainty to it. And you're also, it's showing again that you are trying to, slowly walk away. There might be somebody in your life you might be trying to ghost out. It's somebody who's very curious about you. Like, look at this guy. Okay, this card is the Page of Swords. Okay, this guy, a lot of times the Page of Swords can be, social networking or somebody watching you on social media, but it can also mean somebody being sneaky. Look at this guy. He's like looking in the window. You might have a stalker. but you're trying to take steps to walk away, and you're kind of, you are waiting to complete cycles. You got the Three of Wands. That's somebody waiting for their ships to come in. Like, this guy is just sitting there waiting. Maybe you have some things waiting, and that's when you're waiting to walk away. So, let's see, what else did I pull for you before I start pulling more cards. I pulled some animal cards. You got Raven. And that is, listen to your intuition to receive a message from the world of spirit. And I kind of think that has to go with the timeout. This is a badass card. And then there is the Bat. This is kind of up there with the Death card. This is finding good in the bad as well. Creating, let me read it to you. It says, have the power to transcend failure and move into a limitless failure. You're trying to take things that are bad and turn them into good. Capricorns are very, they can do things. They can create things tangible out of nothing. It's crazy. I've seen Capricorns that don't have anything, and they'll just be like walking in, and they'll be like the one taking everybody out to dinner, and you'll be like, how did you get money for this, fool? And you're like, hey, that's just how I roll. That's how I have it. That's how I got it. And then we have Octopus. Travel across Earth and oversee, securely embrace your dream. So you're trying to, again, get everything tangible. And then I also pulled the Orangutan, which also kind of reminds me of you, working to live joyously, not living to work. But this kind of reminds me of you, Lalo. Look at him. He's like, oh yeah, I don't mind working, but I'm going to play, and you best know that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let me see how many minutes I have. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. Excuse me one second. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards for you guys. Spirit, give me like 2 number cards for the sign of Capricorn. Right. For the sign of Capricorn. Okay, got domestic harmony and teaching and learning. So we will do domestic harmony first. Okay. Spirit, what do you have to tell me for the sign of Capricorn for domestic harmony? Harmony for my Capricorns. Okay, temperance. You may be trying to get your domestic harmony, and you're trying to kind of, again, there you go again, you're being advised by temperance to keep your temper down. All right, so we have, and you got it again, the 9 of Pentacles on this tarot deck. This is somebody who is, again, look at her. She's taking care of her garden and her flowers. She's over here tending to the animals. So this is a card somebody who definitely wants to reap the fruits of their labor. It's also kind of an independent card. It can also be a single card. I know that there's some of you that aren't single, You might be feeling like you want to, you're trying to get to that, especially if you live in an environment where you're around like your spouse all the time or your kids all the time. You might be like, kind of like, oh my God, I'm about to go crazy on this fool over here, and you're about to get, Okay, so then we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Six of Wands. So we have a victory. You feel like the Queen of Cups is somebody who's in their feelings. You feel that with completing cycles, this world is completion, it's endings. You kind of feel with this that you will feel a victory. So I would say that, now, it doesn't necessarily mean leaving your household. It just means maybe a different approach, a new way. And for some of you, it may mean that you need to move. Maybe, like I said, maybe you need to get to your own environment, or you need to find a place. Okay, so let's do teaching and learning. Too many. Teaching and learning for my Capricorns. Okay. So some of you are married, or you just got married, or you're supposed to get married eventually, but you're really in your head about it. You're either stressing out, losing sleep. I kind of want to do one more card on that. Spirit, can I get another card on this Hierophant? Okay. Yeah. What you're in your head about is that whoever you are committed to, or possibly going to be committed to, like marriage or whatever, or maybe this is, going into a spiritual practice, because you have teaching and learning. You're worried that somebody's going to get hurt with this Ten of Swords. You know that it will. This is going to cause the Ten of Swords. Somebody's really going to be affected by it. Let's see. I got a few more minutes. Let me get one more card. Let me get an outcome card. Spirit, can I get an outcome card on Capricorn and who they're dealing with? Okay. That is not how I wanted to go about that. Okay. Spirit, can I get an outcome card for Capricorn and whoever they possibly are dealing with between now and the 10th of May? Okay. You might be dealing with somebody who doesn't really take any BS. Like, they're like, chop, chop. This is the Queen of Swords. She doesn't play around. Some readers even call her like the Queen of Hearts, like from Alice in Wonderland, how she's just like chopping heads off and stuff. Yeah. So whoever you're dealing with is also trying to take steps on how to communicate with you. So maybe they're driving you crazy, and they know it, and they know they need to probably tone down their volume. Anyhow, I love you guys, and I will see you guys after the 10th of May. All right, namaste.